Okay, so if you need to change the purge valve solenoid, was this 2006, right?
2006.
2006 Dodge Stratus
2.7 liter.
with the 2.7 liter here. This is the valve you're going to need. The Duralast part number is PV303, and it's like $35.
$37.99.
And this is what it looks like. So this back end is a bracket, and you have an in and out line and a sensor here. And when you're looking for it on the car, it's going to be kind of hard to find. You're just going to come over here, and if you look straight down, there's the top of it. So it's right here. But when they show you the picture of it on AutoZone, it's not going to look like that. They're going to show you a picture that looks like this. It's going to be upside down. Okay, so now I got some room to get to the problem here. See, there it is. It's got that bracket with that one bolt right there holding it to the wall, the sensor, and then the two air lines. And I got to it by just taking the tube that goes from here to there off. So all I had to do was use a flathead screwdriver and loosen the clamp around here, pull this end off. And this end goes in the box. And you can take off the other end of the line, but I didn't have to. And it's got a clip on each side, one here and one here. And you can unclip it and pull it away, and the filter, which is still in there, will be stuck on. And you can just put a flathead in this little gap here and shove the filter off of it. And then you can angle this down, because this is going to be going over it, and if you wiggle it, it'll come out. And then you don't have to take too much apart. But if you don't like doing that, you can take the whole box out. Just a couple extra screws here and some airlines here to disconnect, and then just comes out. But instead of doing all that, I just did it this way. So anyways, I'm going to figure out the size of that bolt holding this, the bracket bolt, and then I'm going to take it out. So I got somewhere kind of important I want to show you guys. See, I got my ratchet there with a 10mm. I used a couple wrenches and some ratcheting wrenches, and those are this is what I use to get the job done quickly, because the bolt does not want to come out very easily. So while I'm turning that, I'm using my other hand and holding this up out of the way, and you'll be able to ratchet that off very quickly. I'll show you that right now. Okay, so here's what I meant when I was talking about one hand for ratcheting, one hand for... So you lift this up, and then just keep turning it with the other hand. If I let this go down, it gets in the way. If I try to use a small wrench, it's going to take you forever to do that. So this is the fastest way to get that off there. And you want to take this bracket off, because it's going to make things a lot easier. Now I can feel that the bolt is able to be taken out by hand. So I'm going to try not to drop it. So there's the bolt. Put that out of the way. Now I can pull this up here where we can see it. Alright. So here's the valve. There's the bottom line, the top line, and the sensor. And then we got to get this bracket out of here. And you can probably do it without taking the bolt out, but that's going to be too much work. So anyways, I'm gonna label these with some electric tape on the top one, so I remember that's the one that goes on top, and then I won't get those confused. And then I'm gonna take the sensor out and find a way to get this bracket out. And I'll show you whatever's easier for that. Just got the old part out, and the bracket, you just kind of push in this top part and it'll let go of this bracket here. You got to save that to put on your new one. And the sensor, in case you've never taken one of these sensors off, let me show you something. On the top, this red pin will be pushed in to the right, and you got to push it out the other side. So try to simulate here. Just make sure that this red tab is pushed all the way out. Otherwise this will never let go. So once this red tab is all the way out, then you can push down and pull it out of there. So you don't waste your time. Now, these are the lines that are going to go back in. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think maybe somebody did that, but just in case I'll show it anyways. So this part right here was on here like this, and then those just disconnected because they had these little plastic tips on them that were wedged in here. So there's one here coming down, and then the other one here. Now I don't think this is a regular, maybe somebody did this before or something, just got these little fittings. But just be careful when you're taking this off. I used a flathead and gently got it off of there. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in and bolt it up. So even if yours doesn't have those and it's just straight up connected to this, it's not going to be any, it's going to be easier for you. One less thing to worry about. So something else here. So here's the new one. There's the old one on this bracket here. It goes in the wall like this, and it just slides in like that. But on the new one, it doesn't really clip in the same way. It just glides over it pretty easily. So instead of just, trying to fit all this down there at once, I'm just going to install the bracket next, and then do the hoses and everything up top, and then I'll set this over here last. Okay, I just got the bracket back in there. On the old one, it was stuck on there, so I had to take the bracket out, but if you're able to just slide the old one out, you can save yourself some time putting that in and back out. Because my new one just goes right over it real easily, but the old one was stuck on there. So check that before you waste your time taking this bracket out. Might save a couple minutes. Alright, so I got it in there. Just resting on there now in the clamp. Now I need to put these hoses back. Now if yours isn't messed up like mine and doesn't have these, it's just going to be one piece together that goes into this. But since mine's split up, I had to put this piece on first, put it back in, and now I'm going to put these lines where they go. So this one's going to go on the bottom, but you won't have to remember all this if yours is original, That might be original, but I don't think it is. So I'm going to put these lines back in, then I'm going to put the sensor back in, and then this tube, and that should be it. Okay, so I got both the hoses back where they go. If you got confused, the top one comes from this little plastic line here, and the bottom one comes from down there, this one here. And I got the sensor back in, just plugs in, and then remember to snap that red part back all the way over so it locks in. So now I just need to put this intake tube back, and that's going to be it. Got the box back in here. I did it my way, which is the lazy way. I just shoved this in down under this line here and pulled it through, and I had to kind of pull this box back so that this big circular part would fit back in. Then I got it clipped in and made sure it was in the filter and everything. Came over, plugged this sensor in, and tightened this down. And when you got this lip over here, a lot of people, for some reason, they don't get the bottom lip all the way on there. So make sure you got the bottom one on there and that it's nice on there, good. So you got a good seal, and then tighten it up. And that's it. It's done. It's installed. So now we're going to start it up, see what's going on. Hopefully we'll get rid of the check engine light. If you're getting a check engine light about this, also make sure you try changing out your gas cap. It might help too. So we already did that, but we're going to go in order there. So we did the gas cap. Now we'll change this, and hopefully we'll be able to clear that code. Well, that's basically how you're going to change that part out, that canister solenoid there. So hopefully that will fix your problem there. You'll get problems like that if you get your car OBD scanned at AutoZone. Some of the things that will come up will be like gas cap, that solenoid there, or some kind of air leak somewhere else. But we already changed the gas cap because it's like $10. didn't work, so we're going to change that solenoid. The air lines seem to be okay, so hopefully that will fix the problem. Now, if you still have a check engine light, it takes time to go away, so you either need to drive the car around for, like 60 miles or so, and it'll go away that way. If you don't want to wait, just unplug the negative on the battery and go in the car while the battery's unplugged and try to start it and hold it in the starting position for like 15 seconds. And then take your key out, hook the negative back up, start the car. The check engine light will be gone, and you can drive it around, and if it doesn't come on within a couple of days, then it's fixed. So, anyways, guys, please subscribe, all that stuff, because I post these videos all the time, these repairs and other fun stuff like that, gaming and, videos and tech videos, whatever. So if this video was helpful to you, you can repay me by just hitting subscribe. You don't have to follow me or anything like that. Just having someone subscribed is helpful to me, because you'll see my videos, if you go searching through your people you're subscribed to, and maybe you'll see something of mine later down the road that you find interesting and watch it. So if you want to help me out, just subscribe. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to like it or anything, or thumbs it up or anything like that. Just trying to get subscribers. So anyways, guys, I hope your install was easy, and have a good one.